Since July 22, 2022, Triple H has taken control of WWE Creative as he has elevated WWE to new heights. During this time, we have seen a focus on long-term character building and storylines. In the women's division, we have seen stars created, new talent introduced, deserving talent get rewarded, and new opportunities given through Triple H's booking. In today's video, we grade how well Triple H has booked everyone in the WWE women's division since taking over WWE Creative. Alba Fyre is up first as Alba got called up to the main roster while holding the NXT Women's Tag Titles with Isla Dawn in May 2023. It didn't take long for WWE to take the titles off them and retire the titles. Following this, the tag team barely appeared on TV before being given a women's tag title match in their home country of Scotland as they won the titles at Clash at the Castle. Despite being champions, they have still struggled for TV time. We have decided to grade WWE's booking of Alba Fyre a D grade due to the lack of TV time and wins that WWE have given the team, and there's a good chance the tag title reign ends soon after this video is uploaded. Alexa Bliss is up next. We have actually only seen Alexa for 5 months in WWE during the Triple H era. We will be grading Alexa based on how she was booked during these 5 months. During this time, Alexa became somewhat of a background character in the ongoing Bianca Belair vs. Damage Control feud, despite holding the women's tag team titles for 5 days during this feud. Alexa became #1 contender to Bianca at the beginning of 2023 as she unsuccessfully challenged twice in an underwhelming feud before disappearing. We have decided to grade WWE's booking of Alexa Bliss B- as we feel she could have had a more important role in the Damage Control feud, but it did seem she was on the verge of being pushed better with a new character before disappearing after Royal Rumble 2023. Asuka is up next and was actually Alexa's tag partner during the Damage Control feud we just discussed, as they were also a background character despite having a 5-day tag title reign. Asuka introduced a new gimmick and heel attitude going forward from the 2023 Royal Rumble. Asuka dominated and won the 2023 Elimination Chamber match before losing to Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 39. Asuka defeated Bianca Belair to become Women's Champion at Night of Champions. Asuka was booked to have an underwhelming title run up till SummerSlam. In late 2023, Asuka joined Damage Control. She had a 4-month tag title reign with Kairi Sane in 2024 and has taken time off to recover from injury. We have decided to give WWE's booking of Asuka B- as they have rewarded her with championships, but she has felt like a background character during every feud and title reign she has had. We feel Asuka and Kairi would be best splitting off from Damage Control. B-Fab is up next. She may have the letter B in her name, but she isn't getting that high of a grade. B-Fab returned to WWE with Hit Row as the group flopped. B-Fab then became the manager of Bobby Lashley and Street Profits. We are giving WWE's booking of B-Fab C-. B-Fab has been good in both roles, but she hasn't really done anything noticeable while managing both teams. Bayley is up next. In our opinion, the first huge creative decision we saw on WWE TV under the Triple H era was the return of Bayley at SummerSlam 2022. Bayley was the first talent repackaged as she became the leader of Damage Control, as she was paired with Dakota Kai and IYO Sky as the group got a huge push on Raw. This was a huge sign of change in WWE Creative, as Bayley had the idea for this group for years. Bayley pitched Damage Control to Triple H a few days before her return, and the idea got accepted, which rarely happened under the stubborn Vince McMahon booking. Despite losing a lot during the next 18 months, Bayley helped elevate Bianca Belair in some great matches while introducing us to IYO Sky and Dakota Kai. Bayley got rewarded at the 2024 Royal Rumble, which resulted in Bayley leaving Damage Control and having her big moment at WrestleMania 40 as she defeated IYO Sky for the women's title. We are going to give WWE's booking of Bayley an A grade. As explained, this was the first example that we had entered a new era in WWE, as they were finally trusting their talent. They allowed Bayley to elevate talent, which she finally got rewarded for, and despite her storylines being a little flat in 2024 so far, she has had a good run as women's champion. Bianca Belair is up next. Bianca entered the Triple H era as Raw Women's Champion. During the next 9 months she was booked strong over Becky Lynch, Bayley several times, Damage Control several times, Alexa Bliss and Asuka before dropping the title. Since dropping the title in May 2023, WWE's booking of Bianca has been insanely flat with a lack of storyline or any real character development. After WrestleMania 40, WWE paired Bianca with Jade Cargill as they went on to have a 6-week women's tag title reign. We are going to grade Bianca a B grade. We expect this to be controversial as Bianca is an awesome talent, but we feel there's been very little character development, growth, or great storytelling by WWE when it comes to booking Bianca since losing the Raw Women's title. Blair Davenport is up next. Blair got called up in April 2024 to SmackDown. During this short time, WWE have introduced her to the main roster audience through vignettes and matches. We grade WWE's booking of Blair a C grade. Remember, we are grading Triple H booking, which only covers main roster as he doesn't book NXT anymore. Candice LeRae is up next. This grade would have been lower if we made this video at the very beginning of 2024, as Candice was brought back to WWE by Triple H in September 2022. During 2022 and 2023, Candice was booked poorly by WWE as she was barely featured and only seemed to do so when WWE wanted to put another talent over. Candice got the opportunity to turn heel in 2024 with Indi Hartwell in a role that has given her more opportunity. We are still going to give WWE's booking of Candice LeRae a D grade, as WWE should be using her a lot stronger considering the talent she has. Bayley recently said Candice is the most underutilized talent in the WWE Women's division, and we would agree with her. Carmella is up next. Surprisingly, Carmella has only appeared for 6 weeks during the Triple H era, so her booking will be graded based on this run. Carmella is another talented Triple H trusted as he accepted her new gimmick idea, which was a tribute of her old characters and WWE Hall of Famer Lita. Carmella was booked strong during these 6 weeks as she finished runner-up in the Elimination Chamber. We are going to give Carmella's booking a B grade. Despite only being around for 6 weeks, Triple H booked her very well, and hopefully we get to see Carmella back in WWE soon. Charlotte Flair is up next. Triple H's first booking decision with Charlotte was to give her the SmackDown Women's title on her return in December 2022. Her booking went downhill in 2023 as WWE completely drained Charlotte of having a character and gave her an awful theme. Charlotte Flair had good matches in 2023 with Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Asuka, IYO Sky, but her storyline booking during this time was not good. Her storyline with Becky Lynch heading into War Games at Survivor Series 2023 is the most interesting storyline WWE gave Charlotte before she got injured. We had decided to give Charlotte a C grade. This is entirely down to how poorly they have booked Charlotte's storylines and segments, as they have turned Charlotte's character stale. We hope they can book her better whenever she returns. Chelsea Green is up next. Triple H brought Chelsea Green back to WWE at the 2023 Royal Rumble match. Chelsea Green introduced a Karen gimmick, which she has done a fantastic job at executing. WWE have done a good job at putting Chelsea Green in segments and matches where she can show off this character, including the 2024 Women's Money in the Bank match in Canada. We are going to give Chelsea Green's booking a B grade. WWE and Chelsea have created a great character and they have given her the chance to shine with this character. However, we would like to see Chelsea booked stronger in the ring with longer matches, more offense, and more wins. Dakota Kai is up next. The hashtag #PushKingCota has been trending lately, so you can predict where this is heading. Dakota Kai was the first talent Triple H chose to bring back to WWE as she got paired in Damage Control. The group were one of the main focuses of Raw as Dakota won the women's tag titles twice with IYO Sky. Dakota Kai was positioned in a prime WrestleMania 39 match with Damage Control against Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita. Things were looking promising until she got injured in May 2023. Surprisingly, WWE continued to book Dakota Kai well during her 9 months injured as she continued to support Damage Control at ringside. a rare situation where an injured talent continued to travel on the road. We thought Dakota was in line for a push whenever she returned in March 2024. We were wrong. WWE positioned Dakota in big main event matches on SmackDown with Bayley and then Bianca Belair. Then she impressed many at WrestleMania 40 in Jade Cargill's proper in-ring WWE debut. She had good matches with Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria and several other talent after moving to Raw. However, the common theme with all these matches is she lost them all. Due to this, we are giving Dakota Kai's booking a C+. Dakota Kai has proven she has earned an opportunity as a solo star, but WWE have continued to refuse it, despite the audience wanting it. Until Dakota Kai is given a singles opportunity to shine, we will continue to be annoyed at WWE's booking of her. Electra Lopez is up next. Since joining SmackDown in January 2024, WWE put her in the most obvious role, which is being the manager of Legado del Fantasma. We will give WWE's booking of Electra Lopez a C grade. She's in the role that makes the most sense, but she hasn't really done much. IYO Sky is up next. IYO was the first talent Triple H called up from NXT, as the proposal of Damage Control was enough to keep IYO from leaving WWE. Despite winning 2 women's tag team titles with Dakota Kai, it took IYO Sky several months to get adjusted to the main roster. After WrestleMania 39, IYO was given a solo push as she unsuccessfully challenged Bianca Belair at Backlash in Puerto Rico. IYO Sky won the 2023 Women's Money in the Bank and successfully cashed in at SummerSlam to become Women's Champion. During IYO's 8-month title reign, WWE slowly told the story of IYO pushing Bayley out of Damage Control and taking control of the group after recruiting Asuka and Kairi Sane. After a disappointing WrestleMania 40 build, Bayley and IYO had an incredible match at WrestleMania 40 to end the reign. Storyline-wise, IYO hasn't been booked as strong on Raw ever since. We are going to give WWE's booking of IYO Sky an A grade. IYO has been limited due to the language barrier, but through Damage Control, WWE have been able to book around this and make her character a star while she puts on fantastic matches in the ring. Indi Hartwell is up next. Indi got a call up to Raw in May 2023, a few weeks after winning the NXT Women's title after dropping the NXT Women's title soon after she teamed with Candice LeRae, and her story has been the exact same as Candice's story that we explained earlier. We have decided to give Indi's booking a D grade, which is the same as Candice, someone that WWE has given very little to since joining the main roster. Isla Dawn is up next. She has the exact same story as Alba Fyre, who we talked about earlier. At the time of recording, they are women's tag team champions, but we aren't confident this will last much longer after we upload this video. We will give Isla Dawn a D grade, which is the same as Alba Fyre. We hope WWE start to use them more. Ivy Nile is up next. Ivy got a push after joining Raw in late 2023 and even got a title shot at Rhea Ripley on the first Raw of 2024. Since then, Ivy has been relegated to a tag team with Maxxine Dupri, which hasn't found much success. We will give Ivy's booking a C- grade. We think if WWE let Ivy Nile join Chad Gable's new faction with the Creed, she can turn her momentum around. Jade Cargill is up next. WWE booked Jade very well before she even wrestled after hyping her debut for months. Jade eventually debuted in the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble and was booked to look like a star. WWE booked Jade in another high-profile match in her first proper main roster match at WrestleMania 40 as she dominated Damage Control and picked up the win. Jade has been dominating ever since, as she had a 6-week women's tag title reign with Bianca Belair. We are going to grade Jade's booking B+. WWE have booked her to show off her strengths and have tried hard to hide her weaknesses. We are still debating if booking Jade Cargill in such a high-profile spot this soon is the right move or if an NXT run was needed. Kairi Sane is up next. Kairi returned to WWE at Crown Jewel 2023 and immediately got inserted into Damage Control along with Asuka. Despite winning the women's tag titles with Asuka in January 2024, Kairi has felt like a background character to IYO Sky and Dakota Kai during her time in the group, and this has been highlighted more since Asuka got injured. We are going to give Kairi's booking a C grade. Kairi has fitted in well into Damage Control, but has not been booked to stand out in any way. Katana Chance and Kayden Carter are our next two, so we will combine them. The tag team have been fun to watch since joining the main roster in May 2023. The tag team didn't do much until the end of 2023 when they won the women's tag team titles on Raw, as they had a one-month title reign. The team have appeared regularly on Raw lately and have helped Lyra Valkyria against Damage Control. We are going to give Katana and Kayden's booking a C grade. The team have had opportunities to impress in the ring, but WWE haven't given the team any real character besides giving them a unique entrance. Kiana James is up next. Kiana is Raw's newest talent, and we have barely seen her. So for that reason, we are giving Kiana's booking a D grade, as it feels she was called up to the main roster without any real plan or purpose. Liv Morgan is up next. Liv is currently at the peak of her career, and WWE is booking her to perfection. Her booking for the previous 20 months under Triple H weren't quite as good. Liv entered the Triple H era as SmackDown Women's Champion and was booked horribly in her feud with Ronda Rousey. After dropping the title, she was given a new Extreme gimmick which went nowhere. Liv found success with Raquel Rodriguez in 2023 as the team won the women's tag team titles twice before Liv got injured for 6 months by Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan returned as she became runner-up in the 2024 Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. Liv was left off WrestleMania, but it was clear during this time frame that WWE were planting seeds for Liv after Mania. Liv spent months into trying to convince Dominic to join her, which led to him accidentally helping her win the Women's World title. WWE have booked Liv as the face of the Raw Women's division during Rhea and Becky's absence, and she has really shined in the role with Judgment Day. Right now, Liv is the hottest act in WWE, and we feel WWE have long-term plans with this storyline with Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio. We are going to give Liv Morgan's booking a B+ grade. WWE have been patient in developing the character we have right now, which is A+ quality. However, we cannot forget her SmackDown Women's title reign, which wasn't A+ quality. Up next we have Lyra Valkyria, who debuted in the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament as she defeated Dakota Kai, Zoey Stark and IYO Sky to reach the final, which she lost against Nia Jax in Saudi Arabia. Following this, Lyra qualified for the 2024 Money in the Bank match. We are going to grade Lyra's booking B+, as WWE have pushed her strong since debuting her, and it's clear WWE have big plans for her in the future. Up next we have Maxxine Dupri, who debuted on SmackDown on the very first day of the Triple H era on July 22, 2022. Maxxine Dupri was likely Vince McMahon's last creative input into the WWE main roster before Triple H took over, and he was left to make this gimmick of maximum male models work. He couldn't, and Maxxine left to join Alpha Academy, who she found immediate chemistry with, especially with Otis. This was a bizarre creative move by Triple H, which actually worked very well, as she was able to transition into an in-ring competitor through her association with Alpha Academy. WWE put her in her biggest storyline in 2024 during the ongoing saga between Chad Gable and Alpha Academy, which has been brilliant. We are going to give WWE's booking of Maxxine Dupri a B grade. This is the perfect example of Triple H utilizing someone that's limited in the ring by giving them great segments and storytelling to develop their character. Don't forget, Maxxine was called up to be a manager, not a regular in-ring competitor. Up next we have Mia Yim, who was renamed Michin once she returned to WWE in November 2022. Michin joined AJ Styles' OC group on Monday Night Raw, which went absolutely nowhere. In 2024, Michin has broke off from the group and has continued to work hard for opportunities, which has included working on NXT. We are going to give Michin's booking a D grade. We think WWE could be using her a lot better, as right now she is putting the work in to deserve a push. Up next we have Natalya, whose role during Triple H era has seemed to be putting over newer talent, bigger names, teaming with random talent or helping develop new talent, which we have seen her do in NXT with Carmen Petrovich and Lola Vice lately. We are going to give Natalya's booking a D grade. It feels WWE are slowly trying to transition her into an out-of-ring role and have no intentions to push her again on TV despite the hard work she has been putting in. Up next we have Naomi, who returned to WWE at the 2024 Royal Rumble after walking out of WWE with Sasha Banks in 2022 due to issues with the previous management. WWE have treated Naomi very well since she returned by putting her in the 2024 Elimination Chamber match, a WrestleMania 40 match with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill vs. Damage Control, a Backlash title match against Bayley and Tiffany, and a spot in Money in the Bank. We are going to grade Naomi's booking B+. She has been booked in big matches, has won several matches, and has been put with Bianca and Jade, who she's found great chemistry with. Up next we have Nia Jax, who we first saw in the Triple H era as the number 30 entrant in the 2023 Royal Rumble match. She would make her official return to WWE in September later that year. WWE booked her in high-profile matches which she won against Raquel, Shayna, Becky Lynch on Raw. WWE booked Nia to main event Elimination Chamber 2024 with Rhea Ripley in Australia. A few months later WWE would crown Nia Jax as Queen of the Ring, which granted her a women's title match at SummerSlam. We are going to give Nia's booking a B grade. WWE have booked her well and Nia has improved big time to the point she deserves the opportunities she's been getting. Up next we have Nikki Cross, whose first real booking under the Triple H era saw her revert to her old gimmick by attacking Bianca Belair and joining Damage Control inside War Games at Survivor Series 2022. The next 18 months were rough as she was given a silent gimmick which went nowhere. Recently we have seen Nikki Cross repackaged as she has joined the Wyatt Six. We are going to give Nikki's booking a D grade. This would have been a lower grade if she hadn't joined Wyatt Six, as we are giving this a chance to play out. Up next we have Piper Niven, who was first seen during the Triple H era when she returned from injury at the 2023 Royal Rumble with her original name and gimmick. 6 months later WWE found a role for Piper which saw her become Women's Tag Team Champions with Chelsea Green. The team found great chemistry together on TV and proved to be a good booking decision to pair them together. WWE booked Piper in a huge match at Clash at the Castle in Scotland as she unsuccessfully challenged Bayley for the women's title. We are going to give Piper's booking a B- grade. The decision to pair Piper with Chelsea has been a great move, but we would like to see the team book better. Up next we have Raquel Rodriguez. It has become clear since Raquel joined the main roster that WWE wanted to push her as a future women's champion, and this mission continued once Triple H took over. During the final half of 2023, Raquel targeted Rhea's women's world title before having to take time off to recover from illness. We are going to give Raquel's booking a C- grade. WWE have kept her as a title contender, but her push up the card has been painfully slow while she was active as she saw little character development. Up next we have Rhea Ripley. When Triple H took over the Judgment Day were nearly a lost cause due to previous bad booking. Triple H allowed the group to loosen up their characters and allowed the members to show their own personality once Dominic Mysterio joined the group at Clash at the Castle 2022. Every member's momentum up the card begun as Rhea Ripley won the 2023 Royal Rumble and won the SmackDown Women's title in an incredible match with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39. For the next year, Rhea's booking as Women's World Champion wasn't great, but the booking of Rhea Ripley the character was incredible. Right now in 2024, Judgment Day have been the main focus of Raw, as Rhea Ripley seems to be the most popular female in the entire WWE Women's division. And we only expect this to continue going forward with her feud with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. We think an A+ is the obvious grade for Rhea Ripley's booking, as Triple H has managed to turn Rhea Ripley into one of WWE's hottest stars. Up next we have Scarlett, who is the manager of Karrion Kross and Final Testament. She's wrestled and won twice since returning in August 2022 in mixed tag matches, but has been a background character to Karrion Kross. We are going to give Scarlett's booking a D grade. She's talented, but WWE have barely done anything with her despite her appearing on TV every week on Raw with Final Testament. Up next we have Shayna Baszler. You might be shocked to hear that Shayna was the very first person Triple H booked to have a women's title opportunity on a PLE, which took place in Cardiff, Wales, which was the first fully booked Triple H PLE. Immediately after Shayna got paired with her real-life friend Ronda Rousey as the two won the women's tag titles in 2023. Shayna got a big push going into SummerSlam 2023 as she turned on Ronda at Money in the Bank and defeated Ronda in an MMA match at SummerSlam to send Ronda out of WWE. WWE paired Shayna with Zoey Stark after this, and their booking has been disappointing until recently as they have formed a faction with Sonya Deville, with signs suggesting WWE have big plans for the group on Raw. We are going to give Shayna's booking a B- grade. She has been actively used with key names, and it seems WWE has big plans for her group coming forward. We do think WWE should book her to win more though. Up next we have Shotzi. Triple H turned Shotzi face soon after taking over and gave her a title match with Ronda Rousey at Survivor Series 2022. Following this, Shotzi appeared weekly on TV but didn't do much of note as she feuded with Damage Control in 2023, which got her a spot in the War Games match at Survivor Series 2023, before getting injured in early 2024. We are going to give Shotzi's booking a C- grade. Turning her face has been a good move. It feels WWE has yet to find the right role for her in WWE. Up next we have Sonya Deville, who had a quiet first 8 months in the Triple H era before forming a new partnership with Chelsea Green. 3 months later they won the Women's Tag Team Champions, which was the biggest win of Sonya's career. 4 weeks later the titles were vacated as an injury took Sonya out for 9 months. When Sonya returned, WWE booked her to lead a new group on Raw with Shayna and Zoey, and so far WWE have booked Sonya very strong in the group with wins over Zelina Vega and Lyra Valkyria. We will give Sonya's booking a C grade. Her booking right now is very good, but it was poor during the first several months of the Triple H era. We reckon WWE has big plans for the group on Raw. Up next we have Tegan Nox, who returned to WWE in late 2022, and ever since then she has done very little. She was booked in a short program with Becky Lynch over the NXT title before teaming with Natalya, which went nowhere. We are giving Tegan's booking an F grade, which is the lowest in this video. She has the talent, but WWE have done absolutely nothing with her ever since she returned. Up next we have Tiffany Stratton, who joined SmackDown following her appearance in the 2024 Royal Rumble match. Tiffany was given a huge opportunity immediately as she was booked into the 2024 Elimination Chamber match, and she arguably was the star of the match and became over with the crowd on that night. Tiffany challenged Bayley and Naomi for the women's title at Backlash in France. Her biggest opportunity saw her win the 2024 Women's Money in the Bank match to become the youngest female winner of the briefcase. We are going to give Tiffany's booking an A grade. We think WWE have done a good job at introducing her character, which the audience has really gotten behind, which saw her rewarded with Money in the Bank, as she's without a doubt a future women's champion, with the momentum she has. Up next we have Sarah Logan, who got repackaged as Valhalla after returning to WWE in late 2022 to manage the Viking Raiders. We are going to give Valhalla's booking a D grade, as WWE have only used the group to put others over. Up next we have Zelina Vega, who first appeared in the Triple H era in October 2022 after a 6-month absence with a changed look and a new role as the Legado del Fantasma manager. This group didn't have much success until they formed LWO with Rey Mysterio during WrestleMania 39 weekend, which turned them face. WWE gave Zelina Vega her biggest match of her career in her home country of Puerto Rico as she challenged Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's title at Backlash. Following this, WWE continued to book Zelina Vega as an underdog face as she competed in the 2023 Money in the Bank and remained a title contender as she has challenged Liv Morgan recently. We are going to give Zelina's booking a B grade. We think the face turn and having Rey Mysterio mentor her in LWO has been a great decision, which has allowed Zelina to show off how good she actually is in the ring and on the mic. Last we have Zoey Stark, who WWE paired with Trish Stratus soon after her Raw debut as she got to work with Becky Lynch. Zoey turned on Trish to send her out of WWE at Payback as she set her sights on the Women's World title, which she had a singles opportunity at Survivor Series against Rhea Ripley. WWE cooled off on Zoey's booking as they paired her with Shayna Baszler. Sonya Deville joined the group in July 2024, and it seems WWE has big plans for them on Raw. "We are going to give Zoey's booking a B-grade. WWE introduced her to the main roster in a huge way and seem to have big plans coming soon." Please like, subscribe, leave your opinions in the comments, and check out our channel for more videos. Our video ranking the entire WWE Women's Division will be coming in October, so stay tuned as we thank you for watching.